show red threats against Octavio. Similarly, other first timers from our Senate presidency concerns much over the nomination of 71 standing committees. And just the next week, we have President Bola Tinubu friends by the executive vice president of education, and civil minister left and servants were then chief human resources and FISA for negotiation and description was responding to the press with the president
Lawyers commend CSU, that is Chicago State University, over prompt release of Tinubu's academic records. The story continues on page 7 of Leadership. Our president bank shops for $3 billion to fulfill agreement with NNPCL. Our president bank shops for $3 billion to fulfill agreement with NNPCL. It will be recalled that NNPCL had actually taken a loan of $3 billion to help in its operations in these naira and foreign exchange increase. Our president bank shops for $3 billion to fulfill agreement with NNPCL. The story continues on page 7 of Leadership. And above the masthead, we have diphtheria. States consider face masks as cases escalate. Diphtheria. States consider face masks as cases escalate. Balarabe replaces El-Rufai as ministerial nominee from Kaduna State. Balarabe replaces El-Rufai as ministerial nominee. And with this, we move over to the page 3 of Leadership, where we have our stand. Our stand today is on security fears over off-season election. Security fears over off-season election. From this page 3, we move over to the back page of the paper, where we have Wednesday column with Aisha Osori. She says opportunities for democracy. What are those opportunities? Just log on to the website of Leadership, www.leadership.ng, for more on that and continuation of headline stories. From Leadership, we move over to the next paper on our menu, and that is The Guardian. The Guardian says hurdles for federal government 2024 budget, over 10 trillion naira deficit, palliatives. Hurdles for federal government 2024 budget, over 10 trillion naira deficit, palliatives. Story continues on page 6 of The Guardian. And of course, Guardian has a graphic map of the story, illustrating the story in simpler forms. Beneath that, we have Tinubu nominates Balarabe to replace El-Rufai, 2 others. Lawmakers bar first 10 members from Senate presidency. Green and pasture, tackling mass exodus on desert Mediterranean route. News analysis on page 4. 2 children critically injured, pregnant woman tricyclist die in Lagos auto crash. Shaibu Perogi dissects Tinubu's Chicago documents. And still on Guardian, we have similar picture like of that of Leadership. For more stories on The Guardian, log on to the website www.guardian.ng. From The Guardian, Vanguard is next. Vanguard says frontline troops claims of poor feeding. Frontline troops, Army probes claims of poor feeding. Army takes allegations very seriously, says spokesman. As priority placed on troops' welfare. Supply chain under thorough investigation. I think there was a mistake there. Supply chain under thorough investigation. Adds Co-AS committed to ensuring troops are well fed, motivated, and equipped. Chief of Army Staff equipped to committed to ensuring troops are well fed, motivated, and equipped. That is the latest story on Vanguard. Of course, we have other stories as well. 30 drowned in fresh Kebbi boat accident. Why we killed retired Benue jurist gang members. And of course, the same picture of President Bola Tinubu flanked by IHS towards executives at the just concluded 78th hunger in New York. 8 adopted NYSC members still in captivity families. Church building collapses in Benue, kills pastor, injures 4 others. SGBV, federal government OK's review of legal frameworks meets critical stakeholders. Real Madrid monitoring Victor Boniface. That's the news on sports on Vanguard newspaper. We move above the masthead of Vanguard. Price of cooking gas up 17%. Operators expect further rise. Price of cooking gas up 17%. Operators expect further rise. New Senate rule restricts president deputy seats to ranking members. New Senate rule restricts president deputy seats to ranking members. Tribunal judgment, DSS arrest lady threatening suicide bomb attack on VP Ganduje lead judge Gawuna. The story is on page 12 of Vanguard. Pope suggests Catholic Church could bless same-sex marriages. Pope suggests Catholic Church could bless same-sex marriages is one of the leading stories on Vanguard newspaper. For more on that, log on to the website of Vanguard, www.vanguardngr.com. And from Vanguard, we have Daily Sun next on our menu. Daily Sun says ministers, Kwara Ondo get more slots as Tinubu raises number to 48. Ministers, Kwara Ondo gets more slots as Tinubu raises number to 48. President nominates 3 additional ministers. Names Abba Balarabe as El-Rufai's replacement. The story continues on page 6 of Daily Sun. Federal government to investigate death of one chance victims at Maitama Hospital. The story has been making the rounds since weekend now. The story continues on page 27 of Daily Sun. 23 killed in Kebbi boat mishap. 23 killed in Kebbi boat mishap. Pastor dies in collapsed church building in Benue. 4 others injured. Senate bars newcomers from holding leadership positions. Lagos residents land traffic officers over death of pregnant woman, 2 children. Only 40 million Nigerians pay taxes, says ROMAFC. Only 40 million Nigerians pay taxes, says ROMAFC. OAU students reject tuition fee review, insist on 50% reduction. Impeachment, although Assembly directs CJ to constitute 7-man panel on deputy governor. 5.5 billion naira invested in production of BB Niger All Stars. Reps probe 15 trillion naira pension fund assets. This story continues on page 27 of Daily Sun. And with that, we move to the masthead. Just beside the masthead, we have Kano, Yobe, Katsina, Borno record highest cases of diphtheria. The story continues on page 8 of Daily Sun. For more stories on that, inside pages, log on to the website of Daily Sun, www.sunnewsonline.com. From Daily Sun, we move over to the Punch. The Punch punches with Tinubu's credentials. APC Lapun's Atiku, SVP said to submit documents in Supreme Court. Tinubu's credentials. APC Lapun's Atiku, SVP said to submit documents in Supreme Court. Atiku's journey to Chicago Varsity a fruitless exercise. SVP a loser, says APC. President's documents released by Varsity have vindicated us, PDP insists. Minister Tinubu picks Balarabe to replace El-Rufai. Mohbad, police detain Naira Marley. Story continues on page 16 of the Punch. Army probes alleged malnutrition of anti-Boko Haram troops. Pastor dies, 4 worshippers injured as Benue Church collapses. 22 drowned as boat capsizes in Niger, 6 bodies recovered. And above the masthead of the Punch, we have 100 billion naira CNG buses. Senate rejects CBN loans, warns Tinubu against illegal spending. 17 independent discos get licenses, 10 operational. 23 oil blocks fail to produce crude, federal government says. For more on these headline stories, inside stories, log on to the website of the Punch newspaper, www.punchng.com. And from the Punch, this day is next. This day says, headline story, Labour to federal government. There will be no warning before next strike if you renege on agreement. Insists there is trust gap between Nigerian leaders and the masses. Says crisis not over yet. Some pensioners earning 5,000 naira. Explains reasons for suspending industrial action. And of course, the photo caption says additional, that is the president of African Development the Bank, Adewumi Adesina, president of Dr. Akiwumi Adesina becomes Grand Commander Order of Gambia. That's a good one yesterday. Of course, you see the picture on these days flanked by his wife and the president of the Gambia. British International Investment Partners Access Bank on $60 million trade finance on lending facility for 5 African countries. And of course, above that, we have Ayedatiwa Ondo Assembly drags judge to NGC over alleged compromise. Direct CJ to constitute panel despite court injunction. Federal government, 8,406 confirmed cases of diphtheria in 19 states. Tinubu replaces El-Rufai, appoints Balarabe, 2 others as ministerial nominees. Story continues on page 6 of this day. Historic moment as Kevin McCarthy, U.S. House Speaker, is ousted by vote of 216 against 210. For more stories on this day, side stories, log on to their website, www.thisdaylive.com. From this day, we move over to the last paper on our menu, and that is The Nation. The Nation says agreement with organized labor to cost federal government 2 trillion naira. 89,100 workers likely to miss 35,000 wage award. How VAT cut on diesel will affect economy. How VAT cut on diesel will affect economy. Yes, we move below the headline stories. We have impeachment. Ondo Assembly directs CJ to raise panel on deputy governor. Tinubu certificate in order. CSU deposits in court. Our former student, now Nigeria's president. And of course, in quotes, there were materials in Mr. Tinubu's records that show that he was a male. For more on that, the story continues on page 4 of The Nation. Organizer says 5.5 billion naira spent on BB Niger All Stars while Ilebaye won. The story is on page 21 of The Nation. And above that, we have Mohbad, police detain Naira Marley. U.S. Speaker McCarthy removed. Above the masthead, we have Senate bars new members from top post. New rules, okay ranking. Deep area, FCT 18 states may bring back face mask use. UK, US to partner federal government on marine blue economy. Balaria Bay, Bio Ibrahim Olawale for ministerial screening. The story continues on page 6 of The Nation. Well, we ask for more on this, log on to the website of The Nation, www.thenationonlineng.net. And this is where we come to the end of today's newspaper review on Inside Nigeria Leadership Television. My name is Winifred Obobo, and unfortunately, we don't have a guest in the house today, but look at the same time next week. And Wednesday guests we should be around. Until we come your way again, same time, same station tomorrow. This wishing you a beautiful day. Bye. Take care.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio.